Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my everyday makeup for the month of April. It's going to be sort of like a Shop My Stash video, except for I'm just sharing with you all of the products that I pulled rather than taking you through my entire collection. The way I store my makeup is a little bit weird just because I live in a smaller space, so I kind of have makeup in a bunch of different areas. So this is my first Shop My Stash or everyday sort of makeup video, so let me know if in months to come you would rather me go through all of my makeup collection with you as I pull the items and things like that. But for today's video, I'm just going to be sharing with you all of the items that I pulled that I want to focus on in the month of April. So if you guys are interested in seeing the items that I selected, then just keep watching. So first I have my box of 18 items for my Project Pan, finished 18 in 2018. I'm not going to share with you all of the products simply because I don't want you to see the progress yet. I am going to be filming a update here. I don't know if that video will be out before this one. If it is, I will link it down below. Otherwise, I will link the intro if you guys are curious the products that are in my project. But I do always have those products set aside in this little box that I'm continuing to try and work through. But aside from those, I have selected a bunch of different makeup that I want to focus on this month. Some of them are older, maybe they've been forgotten about, and I want to pull them out so that I can get more use out of them before they go bad and things like that. I got the idea for this video from Lisa Stevens' Shop My Stash videos. I'm not sure if she was the creator of those, but I will leave her channel as well as the playlist to her Shop My Stash link down below. But without further ado, let's get into the products that I'm working on this month. So first of all, for foundation, I do have a foundation in my Project Pan. Then I selected 3 more. The first is this L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow. I literally probably have one use left in this. That's why I pulled this. I just want to finish this up. I probably will buy this when I get through it or buy it closer to the summer months just because this is the foundation that I do love to wear in the summertime. One of my favorite foundations from the drugstore, but again, I just have 1 to 2 uses left in this, so I figured I'd pull it to finish it off. Then I also pulled my Dior Forever foundation. This will probably be a foundation I have every month in this roundup simply because this is my favorite foundation ever right now, so I always am wanting to use this, so I figured it would just always be in my everyday makeup. So that is the second foundation that I have. And then finally, I also pulled the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. This used to be my favorite foundation kind of throughout last summer, but it's been a while since I've used this, so this is one that I just haven't used in a while and want to get a little bit more use out of. I do have a trip planned to Vegas at the end of this month, so I'm trying to decide like what items I want to bring with me, and I'd rather bring a drugstore foundation. I don't know why. I suppose I could just bring like a little sample jar of my Dior. Anyway, I'm trying to decide what foundations I want to bring. So this is one that I haven't used in a while and I figured I would pull because I remember that I used to love this guy. I forgot to mention, for primer, I do have a primer in my Project Pan, but I also pulled the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer. This is just a tried and true great primer in my opinion. I really like this one, so I figured this would be a good one to pull. I probably will end up bringing this one traveling with me, so that is the other primer that I have. Normally I would only have pulled 2 concealers, but I pulled 3 simply because this one I'm almost out of. This is the, I believe this is Maybelline, right? Yes, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. As you can tell, this is literally almost gone, so I'm hoping to finish this up this month. I do really like this. I probably will purchase this again in the future, but I just have so many concealers open right now that I want to get through this, and I'll probably hold off on repurchasing for a little bit. I also selected the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I have mine in the shade 10 Light, and then I also grabbed the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This concealer is okay in my opinion. I'm probably about halfway done with this, and I kind of just want to finish this and just kind of be done with this. I prefer like the Naked Skin concealer, so I just kind of want to finish this, so that's why I decided to just keep this in my everyday makeup for this month. I have 4 different blushes that I have chosen. I picked one of my Clinique Cheek Pops in Fig Pop. This is what that looks like. Then I also grabbed my Rockateur blush by Benefit. It's been a hot minute since I used this, but I do really enjoy this blush. I don't even know, this is a little bit lighter. I don't know if you're even going to be able to see it, but it is a really pretty blush, and it's a little bit more pinky than the Fig Pop, so I picked this to have a little bit of a selection as far as shade range is concerned for blush. Then I got this in a recent Ipsy bag or Boxy Charm or something. This is a Bang Beauty blush. And this is what that one looks like. If you can see, this one definitely has a shimmer or sheen to it, but I thought this would be a fun one as we get more into like the spring months, rather than just having all matte blushes. So I grabbed that one. And then I also recently picked up this Flower Beauty blush, probably like a month ago, but I haven't used it yet. This is in the shade Flower Pots, and this one too has some shimmer to it. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see, but it's over here on my thumb. It's really, really similar to that Bang blush, but I just wanted to give this a try since I haven't tried this one yet, so that is why I pulled this for this month. I forgot to mention, for face powder, I do have a powder in my project pan, but I also pulled the Sonia Kashuk brightening powder. I'm obsessed with this powder. It's a loose powder, super finely milled, and I use this to set underneath my eyes. It's my favorite under eye setting powder. So I have this as well as the NYX banana powder that is currently in my project pan. I was good and just picked one bronzer for this month. I do have the Hoola bronzer in my project pan, so I'll be focusing on that as well as the new Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. I have mine in the shade Tawny. I have really been enjoying this so far. It's what I have on my cheeks today, but I haven't played around with this too much since I just recently got it, so I thought this would be a good one to include. I obviously had the most difficult time choosing or narrowing down highlighters since I absolutely love highlighters. So I have 6 highlighters, which is a little excessive, but let's just briefly run through them. I have these Algenist liquid highlighting drops that I haven't tried yet, and they were just sitting on my nightstand, and I figured I would give these a try. I do really like the Cover FX custom enhancer drops, so I want to give these a try and see if I like these. Then I've been using my Natasha Denona Glow powder in the shade 1 a lot. I've had this for, you probably won't be able to see, but I've had this for maybe like a month and a half, and I've gotten a ton of use out of this already because this is like my go-to every day. So I wasn't going to include this, but then I was like, who are we kidding? I'm obviously going to grab for it anyway, so I may as well just pull this out. I'm also including the ABH Amrezy highlight because I recently just got this. I've only used it a couple times and I want to keep using this again just to fully form my opinion and see whether or not I truly do like this. This is what it looks like. It's a really beautiful highlight, and so far I really enjoy it. Then I pulled out my Fenty Beauty Duo in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This is the one where you have the subtle side as well as the more shimmery side. I really liked this when I first bought it, and I just sort of like put it aside because I had been getting a lot of new highlighters. So I kind of missed this, so I pulled this back out because this is one that I really did enjoy when I first got it. Then I also pulled my Makeup Forever Profusion in, I think this is just like shade 1. This is the one that is more pinky toned. I bought this and used it a couple times, and then like I just am always buying new highlighters, so I feel like all my highlighters end up getting lost in my collection. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but such a beautiful highlight. So this has just sort of like been tucked into my collection and not been getting a fair amount of use for how beautiful it is. So I pulled this out because I love this. Kind of same deal. This is the Cover FX Pressed in Moonlight. I bought this, used it a couple times, and then just sort of forgot about it. This is it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on my hand, but it's also what I have on my cheeks today. So definitely a super like shiny wham bam highlight, and again one that just had gotten forgotten about, so I thought it would be a good one to pull out, especially because this is a little bit lighter, so I feel like I'm not going to be able to use this in the summer as much, so I want to get some use out of it before the summertime rolls around. So those are the 6 highlights that I selected for this month. I did also grab 3 face palettes. I know I'm being super extra. Again, this is my first time sort of doing this type of thing, so we'll take this month as sort of a learning experience. But I grabbed the Tarte Clay Play Original. I bought this, used it a couple times, and then sort of like, I'm really bad about just like continuing to buy new makeup and then things get like forgotten about and I don't even get to form an opinion on them. So I pulled this out. It definitely has some sculpting powders, if you will, that I'm interested in trying, and then you can obviously just create some really neutral looks with this. If I like this, I'll probably end up bringing this to Vegas with me too, just because it's super like easy and compact and has like dual purpose. Then I pulled out my Becca Après-Ski Glow palette. Not Glow. Maybe it is Glow. It is Glow. This is one, again, like I bought it and I just didn't get that much use out of it because I bought so much this winter. But I absolutely love this icicle highlight. It definitely has like a blue shift to it. So it's not necessarily something that I would wear every day like to work. But beautiful blush in here. And then I love the Rose Quartz highlight here too. And then it's been a hot minute since I've used any of my Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kits, so I did decide to pull my Sugar glow kit. This is the most recent one to my collection. I've barely gotten any use out of this, as you can tell, so I thought this would be a good one to pull, even though I already have 6 highlights pulled. It'll just be a new highlight every day this month. Alright, for lips, I pulled 2 lip liners. I'm really bad about using lip liners, so I thought it'd be good to pull a couple of these. I pulled my NYX lip liner in Nude Pink, and then, which is right here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but just a really, like, versatile lip liner. And then I also pulled my Kylie one, which I need to sharpen, in Apricot, which is like this more orangey shade, which I thought would be good as we kind of roll into the spring months. And then for other lip products, for lipstick, I pulled my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Rum Punch. I love this lipstick. It's such a beautiful, perfect nude shade. There it is swatched right there. And then I pulled my Kylie liquid lipstick in Dolce K, which is a little bit more of a darker brown shade. And then on the pink neutral side of things, I pulled this New Dose of Colors liquid lipstick that I purchased in the shade, I think Barely There, Bear With Me, which is this pink shade right here. I thought this would be a perfect neutral. This is one I'll probably bring with me on vacation. And then for lip gloss, I pulled my Bare Minerals Sugar Lip Gloss. Bare Minerals has one of my favorite lip gloss formulas, and as you can see right here, this one has some pigment to it, so really love this. For eyeliner, I pulled my Tried and True ColourPop Gel Eyeliner in Stomper. It's what I have in my waterline today. It's just a nice dark brown. This is something that I use almost every day, so this will probably be in every month. I also pulled my Marc Jacobs Highliner pencil in the shade Jazzberry, which is this fun sort of like maroony purple color. Not coming across the best on camera, but it's really pretty. I'm just really bad about using any sort of eyeliner minus this one, so I was hoping by pulling this it would help me sort of remember to use other eyeliners. Alright, and then finally for eyes, I pulled a couple single shadows just because I'm so bad at using my single shadows. I pulled some old Urban Decay single shadows in Toasted and Chopper. So this is Toasted and then this is Chopper. These used to be like my literal favorite eyeshadows when I was in college. It's been a hot minute since I've used either of them. So I thought it'd be fun to pull these and sort of reminisce. Here they are kind of swatched. There's, here's Toasted and then there's Chopper. Both of them have like a sheen slash shimmer sheen to them, so we'll see. We'll see how well these go. Then I also pulled one of my ColourPop Super Shock shadows because I'm really bad at remembering to use these. I pulled this one, which is like, you could almost use this, I don't know if you're even going to be able to see, you could almost use this as a highlight. It looks like this in the pan. It's called Co-Pilot. I thought this one might be fun to use as a highlighter, not that I don't have enough highlighters already pulled for the month, but I thought this would be a fun lid shade too that you could either dress up or just wear kind of by itself, so that is that. Alright, I also want to try and pull some single shadows and any like single pans that I have every single month. So this is the little palette that I created for this month. I have my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pressed Powder that I really like. I have a blush from Makeup Forever. Let me see which color. It is in the shade S300. And as far as these 6, I have Americano by Makeup Geek, Cherry Cola by Makeup Geek. This is a Luxie shade that I believe I got in a BoxyCharm. It's in the number 290. Then I have Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, and Cocoa Bear all by Makeup Geek. So these are pretty much just like kind of transition shades, and then I pulled like some darker shades to deepen it up if I want to do a neutral look. But I definitely want to pull some of my single shadows each month because they all just sit in one large Z palette and kind of get forgotten about. So that is the little Z palette that I made up for the month. And then finally for palettes, I pulled my Dose of Colors Blushing Berries. I love the formula, so it's just kind of gotten lost in my collection. So excited to play around a little bit more with that. And then I recently just picked up the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, so I pulled that to get some use out of this. I literally just recently got this, so Really excited to play around with this. There's definitely some really pretty shades in this one. Alright, and then finally each month I'm going to be doing a palette of the month where I pick a palette and try and use every single eyeshadow in that palette. I recently saw this done by a different YouTuber. I cannot remember her name, but I will have her and her channel and her video, one of her videos or her playlist linked down below. But I thought it was a really good idea and a really fun idea. So the palette that I chose for this month was the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. This only has 10 pans in it, so I feel like it would be pretty easy for me to get some use out of each pan. And then next month I'll do a separate video where I sort of review the palette, talk about each of the shades, whether or not I liked them, whether or not I think it's a good palette, etc., etc. I am using this palette on my eyes today. I used these 3 shades right here. So I'm already 3 out of 10, 30% of the way into this palette. But this is one that I purchased and kind of just forgot about again. I'm really bad about just purchasing and not getting enough use out of things to fully form an opinion. I love the neutrals in this. I like that it has some fun purples, but then some warm and cool shades. So this is my palette of the month, and check back at the end of the month for my final thoughts and review on this. If there are any palettes that you guys recommend or would like to see me do as a palette of the month, also let me know your suggestions in the comment box below, and I'll take those into consideration when I choose my upcoming palettes of the month. So alright guys, that is all the makeup that I have selected for my everyday makeup in the month of April. Let me know in the comment box below what makeup you plan to be using this month. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go. And other than that, I'll just see you in my next video. Bye!